You hear Triple C speak. Check out my physique. Cringe ass Henry on that huge winning streak.
Sorry about that intro, guys, but this is a Henry Cejudo showcase, so I had to put some cringe in there. But either way, Henry Cejudo is coming back May 13th against Aljamain Sterling, and with all this, all his antics, he's like just basically like showing himself as an overconfident guy, kind of like making people hate him or making people annoyed at him. But the guy is actually really, really good. Like, you can't hate on that. Like, if you don't like him as a person, you gotta respect his skills. Because this guy went to the Olympics with wrestling. He was really good. I think he won 2 gold medals, and then he came over to the UFC. No, he had a good run at flyweight. He lost 2 fights, then he won couple fights, and then he eventually got the belt. In my opinion, he lost the fight where he got the belt against Demetrius Johnson, but on paper he got the win. And then he beat Cejudo, who was on the steroids. So that's a pretty decent win. It kind of cancels out. Even though Dillashaw was drained, he was using steroids to kind of help him. So that kind of evens out. But some of his other good wins at Bantamweight were versus a prime Marlon Moraes before, he started like getting his ass beating, letting everyone just knock him out. Like, you would just touch him for the jab and the dude would just fall back and his head would just bounce off the canvas. And then he beat Dominic Cruz. To be fair to Cruz, it was on short notice. It was an older Cruz, and he basically just kneed him in the face, and Cruz just then recovered that well. He took a lot of unanswered shots. Cruz claims it was an early stoppage, but it wasn't. He was just gonna keep on getting beat up, and he was losing the first round either way. But Cejudo's very good. He's got this sort of karate style where he's like bouncing in and out. And I kind of right now I favor him winning the fight. Next week I should make a prediction and tell you guys how I think Aljamain Sterling can win the fight. But I do favor Henry Cejudo right now. I think that, with his skill set, the wrestling, being an Olympic level wrestler, not just that, he's got also really good striking. He's got good timing, good power. The thing about this fight that I'm not too sure if I want to pick Henry is because he is 36. He's been out of the cage for 3 years. And, especially in the Bantamweight division, you can't just come back and be the same person. Like, you're not going to be as fast as you once were. Like Dominic Cruz, for example. He was pretty fast in his prime. No one was really touching him. But eventually people are going to start figuring you out. And you're not going to be as fast, as sharp. And in a division like that, it's pretty tough. Like, especially when your style heavily relies on reflexes, which is Henry Cejudo's style, right? Like, anytime you have a karate style fighter, and they're gonna be light on their feet, they're gonna pull away, their hands are gonna be low, so they need to be sharp and have good reflexes so they don't get hit. And with someone as awkward as Sterling, it's gonna be still pretty difficult for Henry Cejudo, and for the first time, I guess, in a while, he's going to be fighting someone who's actively going to be trying to take him down. He's going to be fighting a full threat. Sterling's going to be kicking him in the leg, body, head, and then he's also going to be shooting takedowns, looking for the clinch and trying to throw him. Or Sterling might even pull guard. Like, I don't see why he wouldn't, but he might even try doing that. So to say that this is an easy fight for Cejudo is pretty crazy. Now, there's quite a bit of X factors as to why he should win, but there's quite a bit of X factors as why he might lose as well. Is he gonna be the same guy? How is his timing gonna be? What's he like on the bottom? We haven't seen that much from him. How does he deal with a guy who's gonna be actively chasing submissions? What's gonna happen when his legs get chopped off? It's gonna get dirty in there for him. But, he's one of those fighters that's he just knows how to win. he finds a way. He's very tough mentally. I'll give him that. And he always comes to the fight in good shape, and he's very smart as a fighter. Like he breaks it down very well. He knows like what he needs to do to win. And he'll study Sterling very well. Like with Cruz, he was able to like just study him well and kind of find his patterns. Same with TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw was trained, but Cejudo still finished him in like 30 seconds, which is very impressive. And also, if he needs to bite down on the mouthpiece and just go for it, he kind of showed that he can in the Marlon Moraes fight. So I think this is a competitive matchup, but I do favor Cejudo. I think his game planning and the way he trains is superior to Aljamain Sterling, but that does not mean that this is going to be an easy fight. I actually have it probably right now, I would say 60-40 for Cejudo. That's definitely going to drop, though, as I'm going to watch their fights and kind of see like what makes sense and what the other can capitalize on each other. But so far, Cejudo kind of has that style. Of course, people are saying the same thing about TJ Dillashaw. But look what happened. This is MMA, and we'll see what happens May 6th.